Are you wondering how to sell your home fast in the Portland, Vancouver area? And you want to do it with the least amount of problems. What is going to net you the most money from the sale of your home? And what to not worry about? This is Joseph Nelson with the Ascend Home Team. Okay, here we go. The more time you have prior to putting your home on the market, the less stressful the process will be. If you need to get your home on the market now, say you've already found the perfect home, you have an offer accepted, but you've got to get your home on the market within 3 days. Well, okay, we're going to have to make some compromises in how well the process goes and how much money you get for your home ultimately, but we can deal with this as well. This video really covers best practices when you have time in your favor. First thing I would do is get a whole home inspection. This inspection is the same kind of inspection buyers will get when they're in contract with a home and they want to find out what the condition of the home is. Depending on the size of the home, these average $500-600. When you get the report, it's going to be a huge long list. After all, the inspector's job is to find everything that's wrong with the home. Some of these things we're going to be concerned with, and other things we're going to say, yeah, I knew that, and we're not going to worry about it. We're going to get a lot of simple stuff that we should address, like the exhaust fan in one of the bathrooms is not working. You are missing or have outdated smoke detectors. The heating and cooling system should be serviced. It's not unusual for buyers to request that the heating and air conditioning system be serviced as part of their request for repairs. And as long as it's been done in the past 6 months, typically we can just say, been done, and provide the receipts. So I recommend getting this done sooner than later. At the very least, you're going to be aware of what is more than likely going to come up in the buyer's home inspection. Again, best case scenario is to complete as many of these repairs as possible before putting the home on the market. So where's all the money going to come from to make these repairs? If the money's just not sitting in your bank, I have a solution for this, and we'll talk about this later. And while this is going on, have me look at your home. I am looking strictly from an aesthetic point of view, not what's wrong with the home. No, I am looking for how does the home look? Because what I see is typically what the consumers are going to see. And I get all kinds of consumer feedback when I'm showing homes. So I know the kinds of things that buyers are going to be critical about. And their initial impression of the property and how well it's taken care of on the outside is going to help form their impression of how they believe the inside will be taken care of. If you want to drive a lot of showings on the inside of your home, there is nothing like a clean and inviting curb appeal to do this. So I will most likely lead my recommendations with how the home looks when you drive up. How's the paint, the landscaping and lawn? If this does not look cared for, the consumer will have preconceived assumptions that the inside is probably not taken that well care of either. So the outside is the first thing I would suggest spending time and money to improve over anything else. You know, it's kind of funny. A lot of times when you start this process, the neighbors will ask, are you getting ready to sell your home? Because this may be activity that they've not seen from you in the past. Usually some touch-up painting should occur. If you're changing color, change colors to something that's pretty universally desirable. No pinks or purples or other colors that may be desirable to you, but after all, we are getting this home ready to sell, and this should be painted in colors that are universally desirable and trendy if possible. Go on the web and look at trendy exterior home colors. And during the home inspection, it is almost always noted, address missing paint and bare wood on the exterior of the home. If the painters find any rotten wood, have this replaced. Have some flowers planted in the front yard to bring some color into the yard. Lawn should be edged sharply. Lawn should be fertilized and growing rapidly. And with this, you're going to need to mow the lawn weekly. Fresh bark dust in the planting beds. Another frequent comment in regards to landscaping is trim all shrubs away from the house at least 12 inches. This is from a pest control standpoint. And if it's going to come up anyway, you might as well do it now. If there is moss or the hard surfaces are dirty, you should have the sidewalks, driveway and patio, and even the wood decks power washed to remove mildew and moss. How is that roof? ? How old is it? Most mortgage companies require a certification from a roofer that says it's got at least 2 years of life left in it. But anything less than 5 is a red flag, as the consumer is looking at a major expense within the next 5 years. So let's get a roofer out on the roof and make recommendations and make an assessment of how much life is left on the roof and what maintenance should be done. It might just need some cleaning and moss removal. Also, have the roofer inspect the gutters for function. If the roofer won't certify the roof for more than 2 to 5 years, then we should consider getting a bid for replacement of that roof. And don't cheap out and just throw another layer on. Let's get the old roofing off so that we can see the underlayment, the plywood or chipboard that's underneath the roofing, and replace any that is rotten. Okay, I'm going to take a fork in the road here for a moment. This could sound like it's ending up to potentially cost a ton of money, and you may not have the money to get it done, especially big ticket items like a new roof. Well, here I am. I'm coming to the rescue. I have a program where we can get the desired upgrades done, and you pay for all the costs out of your closing proceeds with no money up front. So just let that sink in as we go through the rest of the house. Okay, we come through the front door. It's freshly painted, I hope. Does the door open freely, and are the lock sets in good condition? Lock sets are relatively inexpensive to replace, and if they're missing plating or look shabby, I would do that. So as we enter the home, are there any offensive odors? And you living in the home may be used to the odors that are there. People can become desensitized to offensive odors that people that don't live there are going to notice and find offensive. So that's something that I could evaluate for you. Carpets and drapes are a big source of features that can trap odors. Can the carpets or window coverings be cleaned, or should they be replaced? Is the paint inside the home clean and free of problems? A fresh coat of paint could not hurt. How is the clutter? Question mark. If you're serious about selling your home and not just kind of testing the market, I would start decluttering your home in anticipation of moving and start putting things in boxes and set them in the garage. When I'm showing homes, we see this all the time. The home is nicely decluttered. There's not a lot of stuff laying around, but we go in the garage and it is crammed full of stuff. And that's okay. It's got to go somewhere. At least it's not throughout the home. Kitchen and bathroom upgrades are always high on the list of priorities when upgrading homes. And kitchens especially. The return on investment is extremely high. In other words, the money that it costs to upgrade a kitchen can generally be recouped or actually add to the value of the home over what it cost you to do them. But consult with me before moving forward on these, because we need to make sure that the home is going to support potentially tens of thousands of dollars worth of upgrades. But why do you want to sell your home as is? Why not be your own flipper and do some upgrades that are going to net you more money than selling it the way it was? But if you're going to forego any interior upgrades, at least do the decluttering. You have to remember, people these days are picky. When I bought my first home, we did not have a lot of criteria. Today, people want the hardwood floors. They want an upgraded kitchen. They want no carpet other than possibly in the bedrooms. And they can find this if they keep looking. So why wouldn't it be your home that they're interested in, instead of having to go down the road or to a different neighborhood to find what they're looking for? No, your home could be what they're looking for. You've lived in your home for a while and you've become accustomed to living in a home that's not updated, and you're okay with that. But the people buying a home most of the time do not want to take on extra work when they buy the home, other than investor flippers. Why not put the money that an investor flipper would make into your own pocket? Question mark. Let's look at an extreme example. My mom's home. She's lived in it for over 50 years. When her and my dad were younger and energetic, they made a lot of upgrades, but the kitchen cabinets have been painted bright yellow. And I'm not talking creamy yellow, I'm talking yellow. The kitchen and bathrooms have linoleum on the floor that is in places in ill repair. The carpet is worn out and it's kind of a creamy yellow, but there are hardwood floors throughout the home underneath all that carpet that is outdated and worn out. So why not rip out all the carpet and refinish those beautiful hardwood floors? This is not engineered hardwood or laminate. No, these are real oak hardwood floors. Now, areas like the kitchen and the bathrooms do not have hardwood floors, so we may opt to put in engineered hardwood in these rooms. So my mom's home in this extreme example would be considered a cosmetic fixer. But she paid $25,000 for this home, and it's now worth probably $500 as a cosmetic fixer. And moving out of the home somewhere else so that all this work could be done may be more than she wants to commit to. And so she may actually decide to just sell it as is, as a cosmetic fixer, and take the $475,000 gain in property value over the past 50 years and just call that good. But most people don't have that kind of equity in a $500,000 home. And so being your own flipper makes sense. What we're talking about at my mom's home could easily be $20,000 to $30,000. And even homes that are already in good shape, just preparing them for the market is not uncommon to spend $10,000. But going through the process of preparing the home for sale is going to reduce the amount of problems we have getting it into contract and the negotiations we have to do for repairs once it's in contract. And these are where the problems start. Historically, people have asked for repairs to be done before the home closes, and this could be accomplished. But in recent times with COVID and the labor shortage, and now with the supply chain shortage, getting repairs like a new roof done can be really problematic during the period of time the home's in escrow. So nowadays, it is most common for the homeowner to reduce the price of their home by the amount that the repairs are going to cost. In other words, if it needs a new roof and that's $15,000, they're going to expect the home be reduced in value by $15,000, and then they will take care of it on their own. Well, again, as I alluded to earlier in the video, I have a solution to this. As long as you have enough equity in your home to cover the proposed improvements, we can get this all done before the home goes on the market and take the proceeds out of closing. And who doesn't have the equity in today's market? Most people have in the tens of thousands to hundreds of thousands worth of equity in their homes. So it's pretty simple. I write a listing contract for your home for some time in the future, and you now qualify for my program where we can bring in contractors to get all the work done that we've identified and have this all billed and come out of your closing proceeds. Each contractor is paid upon completion of their work. So we're not looking for contractors that are hungry and willing to wait 30, 45 days to get paid. No, these are contractors that are good and expect to be paid when they're done with their work, and that's the case with this program. You will not be the general contractor. You will get a visit from the estimator within 3 days of the request and a bid within another week. There's none of this calling contractors and not having them show up and all that goes on. They have the materials already. No, they don't have the goofy stuff. They have the stuff that typically people want in stock and inventory. So there's not, I've heard of a guy doing a remodel and it's taken him 6 months to get his windows. It won't be like that. So when the work's complete, including getting the yard taken care of, the painting inside and out, new roof, they can even remove old heating oil tanks and have that remediated, and these people have DEQ certificates to do this. And when the work's all done, you can put your home on the market. It'll be sparkling clean. It'll be the best it's going to be at whatever level that is for the age of the home and the neighborhood it's in. We will most likely not have any repairs to negotiate, and sold, bam. So if this all sounds too good to be true, it's not. The process of repair and upgrades will go super fast. The end result will be amazing. And you will net more from the sale of your home than you would have if you sold it as is. If you don't have the time to devote to this kind of process, I will do my best to make the selling of your home go as smooth as possible with as few problems as possible and get the most possible amount of money for your home. I focus on the relationships between myself and my clients. The process and details we go through buying and selling homes happens regularly all the time. What is different are each homeowner. Here is where my decades of working with clients is a benefit. Check out some of my reviews. Here is one that I am particularly proud of, and I'm going to read this. Joe Nelson should be anyone's go-to for moving within or to the Oregon-Washington state area. I have moved several times in my life, and I have had great experiences with other agents, but Joe stands out as one of the best. He has amazing follow-through and follow-up. He was prompt, and you helped us through the many challenges of simultaneous move and sale. I am certain this couldn't have worked out as well as it did without the incredible effort by Joe and his team. I am certain we will be lifelong customers, as I could not imagine anyone giving us a better experience. In short, we are so happy and grateful to you, to Joe for treating us like a friend and not a client. He made us feel like the most important job of his day when I know he was probably spinning a lot of plates and has a lot going on. Joe helped us make our dream a reality, and you should stop your search for an agent and hire Joe now. Thank you, Jed. And I am licensed in both Oregon and Washington. I am a certified relocation agent, and I love people. But remember, you have to call or text me to start your own moving experience, whether you're looking to buy a home or sell a home. And with that, I am waiting for your text or call. Thank you.